let's say we lead City of Tales, and then he has no idea what we are. And then I go Tomb, Opal, Birthing Pod, and then I have Flusterstorm online. Maybe this hand isn't as bad as I thought it was. Hang on. Because if we pay the Phyrexian cost of the Birthing Pod, we have turn 2 Birthing Pod, assuming he doesn't waste me. And then you Mox Opal, and now with the Flusterstorm is turned on because that's 1, 2, 3 artifacts. And then I can like play the Glenelonder Archmage maybe next turn. I'm gonna keep this actually. Famous last words. I'm gonna keep this, but I'm actually curious to see where this goes. I'm curious to see where this hand goes. And leading Tree of Tales, opponent's just gonna be like, I have no idea what I'm playing against, which has its own advantages. I mean, obviously everybody wants to have the dream hand of turn 1 Chalice of the Void, but sometimes you gotta keep something a little stranger. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Mox, actually, because if he hand hates me here and takes Mox, our hand is much worse. He could go, like, turn 1, Duress. Nope. Sweet. So let's get that Flusterstorm up. So let's go Birthing Pod. Mox. Frogmite is now free, right? No, he's 1. I'd rather just hold up the Flusterstorm. Turn 1 Delta could be several different decks. Duress me? It ties up his mana if I have Fluster here. I really need a land off the top so I can play Glen and also use her. Might as well, might as well Fluster here. Right, him not seeing the hand is important. If he guesses this, he's gotta be ghosting. I would never, okay, Transfer. Nope, Frogmite Thragtusk Glen. Badlands. Is this Tess instead of Ad Nauseam Tendrils? Instead of Ant? Is this Tess? Oh, he should whiff unless he's ghosting Fat Powder. If we hit land and we can play Glen and also have the counter is really strong. Give me a land deck, come on. One time. Yeah, Tezzeret not so good here. I mean, I can play Glen. I think it's right to play Glen because what I can pod into isn't very exciting. The Frogmite's pod target. I think it is just play the Glen. I think this is definitely my best play. Tezzeret won't be live until I draw another blue and or black source. Don't kill me, don't kill me. You've only got 4 cards, come on. Jeez, Infernal Tutor here, it's scary. Yeah, he's on Tess. If he went Rite of Flame, that's Tess. Okay, Vault of Whispers. Okay, so I could Tezzeret. Now, if I Tezzeret, though, I won't be able to Glen. So that might get us killed. It might be safer for me to Frogmite. Tess means, oh geez, the something storm. I can't even remember the wording on that. The nomenclature. Hold up Glen and put the might on. Give him some might. It might be correct to actually just immediately pod the Frogmite. Although I think some of these builds run main deck empty the Warrens. The extended storm. Thank you, the guy. Bash, play frog. I mean, yes, the Frogmite is free. I'm not saying I'm not interested in doing that. I think I might actually pod this Frogmite into the next level. And then next turn, swing for more damage, pod it again, swing for more damage. I don't want to pod the Glen for obvious reasons. I wish I had a Strix because I could pod into Lodestone Golem, and it's just gross in this matchup. I think I'm supposed to pod the Frog. I mean, it also thins the deck. Thank you, the Epic Storm. Thank you, that's the word we were looking for. It is the Epic Storm. Thank you. Isn't the next level only Thrag? No, it's not. We're running the Doomwake main now, Shade. Or Viking. Ponder here. Okay. That is not what I counter with my Glen. Wish I had a second blue source here. Jeez, be really good. So we swing a lot more damage now. Next turn we're going to swing 6, put him to 10, and then I could pot again. And then I'm swinging lethal? No, Massacre Worm is 6 power. Tap, Infernal Tutor. Okay, so we know his hand is a Rite of Flame. I'm assuming this Infernal Tutor is actually for the Storm spell. Like, if I interpret his sequencing, either he already had the Storm spell, or this is to grab the Storm, or it's not to grab the Storm spell, this is to grab something he already has in hand. Oh, that's so weird. Why is he Infernal... I might actually not counter this. Why is he Infernal Tutoring here? It's to get more Rite of Flames, you think, Barbarian? This is fascinating. I don't know what he's doing over there. Is it really to get another Rite of Flame? He's building. Well, I can only counter one spell a turn because of my Mox. I know it changes the clock though for me to counter slightly. But I can only counter one thing a turn. I think I'm actually okay countering here. So his hand is a Rite of Flame. Oh man, if I had another blue source, I could Tezzeret and grab the main deck Trinisphere. Or no, that's a different deck. Jeez. I could convert the Tezzeret into a Lodestone Golem if I had another blue source. I don't. Does this deck sometimes run main deck? They sometimes run main deck Empty the Warrens. His hand is 2 rights and a mystery card. Okay. I don't think I'm supposed to convert the Doomwake. Because if I convert Doomwake, it's really hard for me to Massacre Worm. I wish I had just one more land. There's a lot of things we could do. I think I'm supposed to continue to hold up the Glen. Unfortunately. Tezzeret was not a good draw. Chalice would have done some work this game. Right, so, I mean, I can't, yeah. Oh, jeez, we drew the Massacre Worm, that's over. We're done, Ski. You have lethal next turn, says Neil. Oh, yeah, you're right. Tezzeret. See, you guys are brilliant. Sometimes I get all worried and I just don't see it. Sometimes you hit your opponent with a 5/5 Birthing Pod. Sometimes you get all worked up. Tez the Tree of Tales. No, I wanted to hit him with a Birthing Pod. Alright. Cabal Therapy, so I might be okay with the Misdirection. Nether Void. How does choke translate into this matchup? He had 2 non-islands. I don't think this is good enough. Do we like Sundering Titan? This is probably still better than Sundering Titan. Do we want to convert into Helm? Leyline Helm? How much do they use their graveyard as much as the other Storm deck, or not as much? Do you guys know off the top of your head? Do you know? I keep in one pod as a transmute target, but I usually in this matchup cut the Froggy as well as some of the pods. Yeah, he's on the Empty the Warren Splint. I definitely want the Doomwake Giant. Brusta, thanks for the follow. Robopod up a game. Rite of Flames is graveyard base. Yeah, I think the Leyline might be sweet then. No Cabal Ritz. Tez doesn't use the graveyard as much, says Winter. I mean, Rite of Flames is graveyard based, yeah. It doesn't do anything if they don't have a graveyard. 7 cuts. Mirror Enforcer gets a lot worse when I cut all the pods. That doesn't mean you want to cut all of them, but it certainly becomes worse. Thragtusk is cute. I think I just want Doomwake for Empty the Warrens, and I want to cut something here. I might actually just cut the Massacre Worm off. Just cut it, and then cut either G-Bizzle or Platinum Empyrean. No Grizz, you just like the Platinum Empyrean? Okay. One cut.